I'm gonna start recording. Okay, guys. So, oh, she is? No, I thought it doesn't say that she is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, still.
But I can't.
No.
End the meeting.
Yeah, it has to go that way. Now you're gonna have to end it and then restart it. Because if
I don't
not,
think.
take it off the first time. You have to end the meeting, and then it'll take it off.
It's fine, guys. Camila is not, a bad person that would, mess with anything. No. I did it. So I accidentally made you co-host because I thought that block was Miss Gomez because it was still like saying that she was connecting and your name was right next to it. So yeah, no. I think you might have an option if you press the 3 little dots in the corner of your screen, you should be able to not say that you don't want to be co-host anymore. I don't know. If not, I mean, no big deal. You're fine. Just don't, do anything bad because then I know it's you.
They should have an option where you can give it to Ms. Gomez or to somebody else.
I can make multiple people co-host.
No, but I'm
so
saying that's
I can
how
make
you
every
end it.
single one of you guys co-host. I mean, I wouldn't do that. And yeah, that's fine. You're not the only one that didn't do it. Okay. They're taking they're taking my job. All right, guys. Let's get started. We're fine, so it's no big deal. All right. So if you guys look up here on the screen, we don't have much to do. So if we actually work pretty quickly, we can be done with anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes of free time. Not free time, it's you guys being able to not be on Zoom, but still be able to catch up on missing assignments. So some of you guys were like, oh, I didn't have a chance to do my assignment from yesterday. Totally fine. You'll have extra time today to be able to do that. So no big deal. Later on today, I am going to throw out a progress report for you guys. Because of the craziness that happened yesterday, please go to Aries and double check that all of your grades from Google Classroom are actually in Aries. I'm still grading, but if you have a grade in Google Classroom for an assignment, you better have the same thing over there. All right. Oh, wait. There we go. So I can't do it under the 3 dots in my the gallery view. I have to go into participants, and now I can take it off of her.
Oh, okay.
Look. I can even withdraw permission from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna give it back to you, but All right. So we're only finishing up the notebook. That is it for today. You do have 4-question assignment, but it should be done in 5 minutes. It's super easy. There is tutoring today. I will let you guys know I'm kind of on the burnt out side, especially after yesterday. It took me 3 hours to get all of that taken care of, and my brain is just dead. So any extra time I can get to just recharge, I would greatly appreciate it.
Why not right now? While Miss Gomez does the notebook.
Do the notebook? We can do that.
No. She needs a break too. She's been doing everything, for the biggest part, this whole entire week.
Me and Jessica can do it.
You're gonna teach the class?
Yeah, me and Jessica can.
We should have them.
I still need practice, Hiron. Wait,
what?
Jessica's like, I like to learn.
So
I said I still need practice.
No, I got you guys. So but yeah, I feel I don't know, this week has been a very tough week for me, just mentally. I have not been my best this week. So I'm very looking forward to this weekend. However, and let me zoom in to myself by getting closer to the camera. Be here on Monday. This is not Desert Sands District, all right? You do have class on Monday. So, but you only have 3 Zoom days. You have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then on Friday you have off. So you have a 4-day weekend. Desert
Yay.
Sands has a 2 3-day weekends. So you do have class this Monday. Next
Wait,
Monday,
so they
no.
don't have class this Monday and what other Monday?
The
The
following
week
Monday.
after.
So the same Monday we have,
Yes.
Right.
but they go to school
when-
Friday
Yes.
and we don't.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
That's better.
There you go.
So this Thursday, or like the Thursday when we come back, the day before we go on our 4-day weekend, we're gonna have a practice test. For that practice test, do the best you guys can, because we both want to see what you guys still need help with, so that when we come back from our 4-day break, we are going to do a review with you guys on the stuff that you have been having issues with from that practice test. All right. And then, so we review Tuesday, that Tuesday, we have Wednesday, and then that Thursday, we would have our test. So practice test this Thursday. The following Thursday after that is our chapter test. And it's our very first test. All right. So that's it for those announcements. Especially after what happened yesterday, I kind of want to explain to you guys how to look at your grade book. And I know you guys don't see it exactly like this, but all of these categories are still there. And this box, you guys see it. And I want to say for you guys, it's at the bottom of your page instead of, for me, it's the top of the page. But I'm constantly getting, well, I do all of my homework, so why am I failing the class? This is why. So I don't want to hear, why am I failing, or why is this my grade? Look at this box. Don't worry about this part right here, but look at the box, and it's going to give you guys an explanation of how your grade is being calculated. So let me explain it for you guys. Assignments. You have anywhere from 2 to 5 assignments every single week. That's a lot of assignments. We have like 10 weeks, 8 solid weeks, because there's some weeks that we don't do, it was broken apart. So 8 solid weeks. So you have, at least 16 different assignments, probably like anywhere from 16 to 30 assignments by the end of the year or the semester. So that's a lot, but it's only worth 15%. So a grade and a half. All right. And then I'll tell you guys, all right, it's worth 15%. You have, like, this person 64 points out of 97. So your average for this section is a D, 65%. All right. Notebooks are also worth 15. But instead of having the chance of having 16 to 30 assignments, you have like 7 or 8 notebook assignments. Huge difference if I miss one assignment versus I miss a notebook. Your grade will dramatically drop if you guys mess up on your notebooks, because there's not that many points or not that many assignments attached to that. All right. So you are going to see a bigger change in your grade depending on your notebooks. Again, it's still worth 15%. All right. But both of these together, this is the only way that you guys are going to get higher than a C if you do everything else 100%. All right. Participation points. There are 3 ways of getting participation points that go into that section. Exit ticket, PBIS lessons, and your progress reports. Those are the 3 that will get you guys actual points inside this participation points. Now, some of you guys are very vocal in chat. You guys will vocalize the answer. Those of you guys that do that, this is where you guys are going to see that bump for participation, actual participation in the class. Notice how this student has a 76%. If this student was one of my students who was constantly giving me answers, who was constantly, participating in class, or coming to tutoring, whatever, I would most likely bump up this student up to a B because they've been putting in that effort. So those type of participation points of participating in chat, participating, unmuting themselves, coming into, tutoring, this is where you guys are going to see those points. You're not going to actually see it anywhere here, but once I'm about to turn in your final grade, I would bump up your grade at that point. All right. Now for the reverse. If you have never once participated in class, never once, done anything extra, and you really don't do much of your assignments, and all of a sudden I see that you have like a 59.9 or a 69.9, I will leave it. That is the only time that I am super mean, because especially in Zoom, you don't have to let anyone know that you guys are ever participating. You guys can do direct messages to either Ms. Gomez or I. This is the best time for you guys to participate and not feel scared that someone is going to make fun of you guys or ask a question. Because again, direct message, no one knows. I'm not going to be like, hey, well, so-and-so asked this, so let's stop what we're doing and answer this. No, that's rude. I'm not rude. So no, I'm not going to do that. Ms. Gomez isn't going to do that. Participate. What happens if I give the wrong answer? Does that still count? Yes. Now, if you're just telling me the same answer just to get those points and just being like, the answer is 1, the answer is 1, the answer is 1. No. I know when you guys are, actually trying an answer versus just, trying to goof around. All right. Goofing around is completely different. All right. If you guys, some of you guys come to tutoring, not for tutoring, but just to hang out, that doesn't count for participation. Granted, we do appreciate that, but it doesn't count for participation points. But I mean, those of you guys that come for tutoring, you guys participate one way or the other, so it doesn't matter. But again, some of you guys chat in chat and just are chatting around about anything. That doesn't, it does count. I would probably bump you up that one extra like 0.1, but not to the same extent. Now, let's look at these last two. Formative assessments used to only be quizzes last semester. This semester, we changed it to anytime we are able to see you guys working at like live. So looking at like this list, formative assessments are all the sorting activities, are the Desmos activities, are the deck toys activities, and obviously your quizzes. All those assignments are going to be part of your formative assessment, which is 40% of your grade. Again, we're trying to make a lot of them. So if you mess up on one, like your quiz, it's not going to be that big of a deal on your grade because you have so many other assignments where you're getting 100%. So like the sorting, you're getting 100%. Desmos, you're getting 100%, as long as you're participating and doing all the slides. So that's how you figure out formative assessment. That's 40%. That's the biggest chunk. Why? Because it's live data. Now, this last part, notice this is zeros. That's because we haven't taken a summative assessment. That's your chapter test. Our first one that we're going to take is on the 18th, which is a Thursday. That's your first one. The next time you take it, it's your final. You have 2 and only 2. And they're worth 20%. So it is going to make or break your grade. At least, giving you like between your A and your B, if you're in that category. So that's the reason why we're doing this practice test. That's the reason why we're reviewing for a couple of days. So that when you guys take this test, you guys feel confident that you guys know how to do it. So that's why we've been doing all of the sorting activities to make you guys feel more confident in that test. So now you guys should all know how this works. I've also recorded this. So if you guys ever ask me, well, why is my grade like this? I'm going to refer you guys to this video. And you guys are going to be able to like, see how does your grade work. Okay. Any questions on grades at all? We're good? Okay. So we're done with that. If you guys can all join me into classwork, we're going to be finishing up our notebook. Some of you guys have already done that, which is awesome. However, you guys logged in last time, please log in this time the same way. So I'm going to type in Doc 3. We did pages 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. So we're going to be on page 4. Give me a thumbs up once you guys are here. Bless you. My kids are very sneezy today. I have meeting settings. That's fine. I know that you're going to do it later. I don't know what meeting settings are. I mean, everyone has a setting of how they would like, how their Zoom should look like. No idea. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, mine is always going to be a little bit different than your guys's because I'm hosting. And even between Ms. Gomez and I think Ms. Gomez still has the reactions, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't have any reactions. Yeah, like I can.
And even though I'm co-host, I don't think I can do everything you can do.
I don't know. I don't think so. So yeah, there's a couple of different things that, All right. So at this point, you guys should all be in the same spot. I'm going to do the first part and then we'll switch over to the next one. Okay. So for today, this is the very last thing that we're going to learn about linear versus exponential. It's just evaluating. What does evaluating mean? It just means solving. I can't talk anymore. Okay, breathe.
Tired.
I know.
Almost there.
Oh, almost there. All right. So what are you going to be able to do by the end of today? By the end of today, I can plug values into the equation to evaluate a function. So remember functions, we were talking about them last semester. We ended the school year with, or like the semester with that. So we were thinking of like machines. So we're gonna kind of think about that later on today. I wanted to talk to you guys about function notation. So some of you guys got a little confused when you guys saw this activity and you're like, I've never seen this thing right here. And they're like, what in the world is that? And I didn't realize that we never added that to any of our notes. So let's talk about what that means. What is function notation? A simpler method of describing a function without a lengthy written explanation. The most common is f of x, which is what you guys see right here. The x is replaced with a given value. For instance, I can tell you what f of 3 is. And notice what I'm saying. I'm saying this, f of x. That's how you pronounce this symbol right here. If it was a g, I would say g of x. Or if I gave you a number, we would say g of 3. So we're telling me, you know, this is basically just giving it a name. That's all we're doing. So for instance, we're used to seeing it like this, y equals. However, the most common one is f of 3, like I mentioned up here. Sometimes we see g of x. Sometimes, depending on if we're talking about different word problems, we might see v of x or h of x or t of x, you know, for time and height and velocity, like different stuff like that. So we would see different letters in the front. It could be your initials. I could put a smiley face right here. It does not matter. This is just giving it a name, naming that equation, that function. All right. So I'm going to go to slide 4 like I had it before. I'm going to zoom out to make life easier. And I'm going to move. I can. And what is a function? And then I have y equals. That's fine. And remember, if you guys are having internet issues, this is still being recorded. So you might, if it gets too frustrating, then just wait till it's done recording. I'll throw it out there like I always do. And you guys can just watch it and follow along from there. So it's up to you. Okay, you're already here. You've already gotten marked for attendance, so you're fine. Oops, wrong side. So once you guys have moved these, give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to move on. Clap if you guys need more time. Oh, I see a clap. For those of you guys clapping, let me know when you guys, oh, never mind, just kidding, that was fast. All right, we're gonna move on. So remember that that machine that I was talking to you guys about, again, way back in like September, October. We're going to look at both linear and exponential, just like we've done before. The stuff on the left side is going to be linear. The stuff on the right side is going to be exponential. I'm going to use the same numbers too, so that you guys can kind of see what is happening when there's linear versus exponential. So remember, the number in the front of our x on linear is our slope. The number in the back is our y-intercept. On exponential, the number in the front is our y-intercept, and the number with the x is our constant multiplier. So you can kind of see where, like, it's kind of like flipped up, you know, backwards. But the x is an exponent on this one, and then this one is just being multiplied together. Remember, these two are solved differently. So keep that in mind. So when I tell you guys, okay, I want you guys to solve for 5. So that's going to be our input. What does that mean? For every x that I see, I'm going to put in a 5. So nothing happens on the left side. You guys can even pretend that this doesn't even exist. This is a name. All right. So we're not going to be solving anything on the left side. It is just a name. No, that's not the, what is the, oh. I was trying, I figured out what the codes are for switching back and forth.
Oh.
And I didn't know that it's, what is it, Shift E is, or something, is to erase. So looking at this, I see the 3 and I see the 5. So all we have to do is just multiply. These are easy. We've done these. 3 times 5, 3 times 5 gives me 15. 15 plus 4, 19. Super simple and easy. This is what we've seen before. So what is our 19? 19 would be our output. So I put in a 5 inside the machine, run it through the equation, and I'm going to get a 19 out of it. So what's the answer? The answer is 19. For exponents. For exponents, it's the exact same process, but because of PEMDAS, we do it a different way. So we're going to input that 5. So the equation looks like this. F of 5 equals 4 times 3 to the 5th power. Now, because I always go crazy over this, I told you guys, you don't solve it the same way as you do here. So for those of you guys who think that you do this as well, you multiply these two guys, that is the easiest way to drive me crazy, and I give you an F right away. Like, no joke. I get so mad because you guys should be old enough to know that this is not it. That's not how it works. All right. So it is not 3 times 5. What this 5 is telling me is that I have 5 of those 3s. So I should be doing 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, there's 5 3s. I always have to say that right. 5 3s, yeah. Now, do I expect you guys to do this by hand? No, I'm not that mean. But on a calculator, if you grab your calculator and turn it sideways, if you have an iPhone, you would input it like this, 3, and then there's a button that looks like this, X to the Y. And then whatever your exponent is, which is 5. So again, if you guys have your iPhone, which I have it in my pocket, you can turn it sideways, and then you guys will see that X to the Y. There's another one that says like X squared. You don't want the squared one because you need to multiply it by 5 times, not 2 times. So I can do it like this. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 5 times, not 3 times 5. It gives me 243. Yeah, thank you. 4 times 243. Again, all of this, do I expect you guys to do it by hand? No. That's why God made calculators. Or gave us the idea of calculators. Yeah.
You got an iPhone? That's the only thing that I noticed.
So all the last 10 minutes of me explaining this question, like you didn't notice any of that, just the fact that I have an iPhone?
I knew you were talking, but like I already did that, that's why. And like I'm paying attention to you, but when you said you got an iPhone and you lifted it up, I was like, oh, Doc got an iPhone.
This is my output, and my output is 972. Oh my God, guys. So going over here, we're going to move all these pieces. This is my input, output, output, 19 for that first one, 972. Damn, my dyslexia like all of a sudden took over. And then if for those of you guys taking screenshots, take a screenshot. Give me a thumbs up once you're ready. Clap if you guys need more time. Question, am I going too fast? Or am I going too slow? Or just keep going? Thumbs up if it's keep going. I don't know what, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know what a clap would be. All right, so we're
Doc,
gonna be, yeah,
you know there's buttons that say faster and slower?
yes.
So instead of using thumbs up and clap,
Only-
you could say that.
Only now it actually shows on your guys's pictures. Before it didn't, it only showed on the participant like list. Now it actually shows on all of your guys's screens, which I like. All right, we're gonna be on slide 5. This is gonna be our last slide. After slide 5 is your turn. So if you guys are going through this and you're like, oh, I already got a lot of this stuff, you guys can start your turn and see if you guys can do it. I do need to see the steps for each of these. So if you guys do move ahead, I do need to see those steps. You can type it or draw it. It's up to you. All right, let's do these one step at a time. Again, I am showing you guys the same questions or at least the same numbers for either a linear or exponential, and then they're gonna have the same value being inputted. So g of x equals 1/2 x plus 9. I'm gonna replace this x with a 0, so it should look like this. Can anyone let me know what 1/2 times 0 is? What's 1/2 times 0?
0.
0. So that one's easy. And what's 0 plus 9? 9. That one, again, super easy. You guys should have 0 problems with linear functions. These are easy. However, exponential, especially when it comes to 0, this is going to be a tricky one. And because of that, you guys do have a hint right here. And it lets you know anything that's fractions, that's whole numbers, you know, anything to the 0 power will give me 1 as an answer, except 0. 0 is the only exception. 0 to the 0 is undefined, but we don't talk about that. So you that's for future you to worry about, not for present you to worry about. So we're good. So 1/2 to the 0 power. 1/2 to the 0 power is going to give me a 1. Again, no matter what this number is, if it's to the 0 power, it's always going to give me 1. All right. Any questions with that? Thumbs up if we're good with just that. 1/2 to the 0, anything to the 0 power is going to give me 1. So yes, we're good, or no, we are not. Okay. My cat is at the door going, let me in. So 9
I know what
times
that's
1.
like.
I know. What's 9 times 1? 9. So that one's easy too. This is the hardest part. If you guys can figure that out, then you or memorize that part, you guys are fine. It's no big deal. So come over here. We have this one goes here, and then that one goes here. I'm gonna move these pieces up closer so I don't have to move so much. Give me a thumbs up once you guys are ready to move on. Clap if you guys need more time.
I'm gonna join on my phone. It's better.
Okay.
Where?
My cat's like pawing at the door like, hello, human, let me back into my house. All right, let's keep going. Again, we're going to use the same thing. This time we have 5s. So we're going to replace every x with a 5. This year, we only replace one x. in, future classes, you'll have multiple x's that you're going to have to replace. But for this year, we're just having to worry about one x and that's it. So g of 5 equals 2 times 5 plus 10. Remember PEMDAS, we always have to multiply first when it comes, or between multiplying and adding. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20.
Still there.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's mad. She's already like
F5 equals 10, 32.
10 times 32.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parentheses in 32.
So why is it like that? Because I'm multiplying 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 1,
And
2,
then your
3, 4,
answer
5.
is F to the parentheses of 5 equals 320.
320. Perfect. So then I go here, I find that 320, move it up. I find that 20, move it up. The last one, so I wanted to give you guys an example of one that had a fraction, one that has all of it, and then one that didn't have the y-intercept so that you guys can see the difference. Honestly, the less it has, the easier it gets because you're not having to do so much work. So for instance, for this one, I'm just replacing the 4. So what's g of 4? I'm just going to multiply 2 times 4. 2 times 4 just gives me an 8. Oh yeah, we are. Again, with this one, we're multiplying. So let me draw those again. So instead of 5 of these, we now have only 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That many 2s is only 16. So we come here. Here's my 16. Here's my 8. Take a screenshot of that if you guys need it. Give me a thumbs up once you guys are ready. Clap if you guys need more time. Awesome, awesome. All right, so we're gonna move on and we're going to do the your turn. Yes, we are actually. So we're gonna do this. I'm going to put my signature colors. And I'll show you guys how to set this up. I would have something like this. It's saying I need to have f of negative 12. So I'm gonna do f of negative 12 equals negative 2 times that negative 12 minus 12. So I will change this color so that you guys can see where that extra value is coming from or where it's imported. So f of 12, negative 12, and then the negative 12 is right here where that x used to be. Same thing for the bottom. I would have g of, oh no, I don't want it all red. G of 2. Yeah.
May I go? Cause I'm having Wi-Fi issues and
Yeah.
will I be marked absent or?
No, you're here.
So I
And
just
then
wanna-
honestly, this is the last thing that we're doing. So you're fine. Once you're
Okay.
done with this, submit it.
Okay, bye, Doc. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye. And then I'm going to put this in parentheses. I don't want to have to use this little like star all the time. If you don't want to use a star, we can always just use parentheses instead. And then let me zoom in so that you guys can see. For the exponent, since you can't draw an exponent, use this symbol. It looks like a little tent. and then you would put in that 2. So where is this 2 from? This 2 is going to be right here for our exponent. Okay. And then you guys, I'm going to leave the last one for you guys to try to import. I do want you guys to finish these 2. I'm going to give you guys the length of a song, which obviously that means I need a pause. Okay. All right. So let's continue doing these. So again, all of you guys get well, the majority of you guys, I can't say all because some of you guys aren't actually participating, but the majority of you guys are getting this. I think you're just second guessing yourselves. Do this part first. This is multiplication. You always multiply before you subtract. A negative times a negative gives you a what? Negative times negative gives me a positive.
Positive.
2 times 12?
24.
24. Now subtract 12.
12.
There you go. Boom, done. Come on. Come on.
No.
Apparently it's the cat show today. You can kind of see her tail. Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Let me see. I couldn't see it.
She's like right here.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
You're making me look bad.
She's like, yes. What?
You're making me look weak.
No.
He's like, that's right. You're my slave. All right, for this one, and notice what I did, guys. Did I write down f of negative 12 each and every time? I don't have to. Some people like, you know, it helps them just to say a little bit more organized. That's fine too. If you are on the lazy side and you're like, do I have to write this? Because it doesn't change every single time. You don't have to, as long as you keep putting that equal sign each time. For this one, I cannot multiply 5 times 2 first. I need to multiply
The exponent.
2 times. Yeah, I need to do the exponents first.
So it's going to be 4.
4. So 5. And then instead of doing the star, again, I'm just going to put that in parentheses. I like the parentheses better than the star. But could you have done it like this? 5 star 4? You could have done it like that. That's fine too. Do not do this, because that's wrong. All right. We're in high school. We don't use X's for our multiplication anymore. And what's 5 times 4?
20. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
See, again, Hiron, you're second guessing yourself. You should never second guess yourself. You are awesome. Actually, a lot of times that I see you guys get things wrong is when you guys have gone back and second guessed yourselves, and then you're like, oh no, that's not it. Then you're erasing it, and then you mess it all up. All right, this is how this one should have looked. So I have f of 4 equals 80 times 1/2 with the little caret and then the 4. Now, some of you guys might think, okay, I'm going to give you guys an example of something that someone else in another period thought of. Does this work? Tell me yes or no. So they had this in mind. They were like, we did this. 4 times 4 times 4 was 16. So since this is 1/2 to the 4th power, wouldn't it be 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. And then that would equal 1/16. So all they did was just flip it. Would that work?
Yes, because the one we don't
No.
need the one we can take off the one.
So if I draw this, it might be a little bit easier to see the drawing version of it. So I have 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. And they were like, well, I know what 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is. That's 16. So wouldn't I just be able to do it like this? And that's a trick of being able to do that. So if you know this bottom part and the top and the number on the top is a 1, even if it was like a 3, you could do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 and then do the top part. So that's the nice thing about exponents, is that you can kind of do the exponent for the bottom, the exponent for the top, and then just simplify it at the end if you have to. So then my answer here would be f of 4 equals 80 times 1/16. Can anyone let me know what that is? So what's 80 times
1,280.
1,200? No, how did you do that?
Oh, I think she did 80 times 16.
Oh, did you do that?
Yes.
So no, on that part, we wouldn't technically, like, think of it this way. 80 is on the top and it's over 1. So if anything, a lot of you guys might say it's 80 divided by 16, but that can be simplified. And we will normally be nice to you guys and give you a whole number simplification. So if you put this in the calculator right now, it should give you a whole number. What whole number does it give you? It gives me 5. Oh yeah, see, you guys are perfect. 5. Yeah.
It gives me 5.
I have to, it's the same thing as, like, you know, I sometimes go, oh yeah, direct message, someone just told me the answer. No one gave me the answer. I gave you the answer. Half the time, yeah, Hiren, you're the one that's giving me the answer. At least lately, like, you really get the exponents. But yeah, this is 5. So again, fractions might be probably the harder ones for you guys because, I mean, you hate fractions, but we're not going to give you guys anything that in the end won't simplify to a whole number. Worst case scenario, it might be like 0.5. It's not going to be like a hard decimal. I mean, it's not going to be like all of that, you know. It'll be a nice, easy decimal if we ever give you guys a decimal. But we'll try and do our best to give you guys just whole numbers because we're still on the practicing phase in Math 1. So you'll get harder ones next year, but this year we're taking it easy. You're welcome. But that's it, guys. Come over here. I'll open up your exit ticket. Y'all can leave.
Doc,
Yeah.
you know a perfect reflection of what I learned today?
Yeah.
Doc has an iPhone.
Oh my God, girl. Swear to God. You also have a homework assignment.
I did it and you graded it and I got 100% on.
Girl.
I did my work, Doc. I did my work.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna change that grade. That's what I'm gonna do.
You can't do that because that's like you can get in trouble for changing my grade. And I did good, so you can get in trouble for that.
You did well, not good. Superman does good. You do well.
No, I do better than him.
Yes.
Doc,
Yeah.
can you go back to the notes for week 5 on slide 5?
Page 3.
Let me take a screenshot.
So again, guys, that is it for us. Please make sure to do the exit ticket. Once this is done, you guys can turn in your notebook as well. Remember, if you guys decide not to do, a certain page here and there and you still turn it in, I do take away about 5 points. But it's up to you guys. Oh, some of you guys are asking for like this. So here you go. If you guys need a page from this week, let me know in chat, and then you guys and I can actually no, I don't have the answers to the other ones, but
I can share the other one, I think.
Ms. Gomez has the answers to those.
My last one doesn't have the.
Oh, I
The
don't have
blue
page
thing.
3.
Me, where am I? Where am I?
Wait, what? Oh, I can pull yours actually, Ms.
Oh
Gomez.
yeah, there you go. That's true.
I can just do that.
Yeah, do that.
There you go.
That's 3.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Doc.
welcome. Is there any other page that you guys need?
Bye, Doc.
Bye. Have a good weekend, guys. See you on Monday.
Bye,
Wait,
everyone.
Doc, can I get the